Rain is supposed to bring life. It fills our streams, waters our farms, and gives the water we need to survive. But when the rain becomes too much and our environment and the infrastructure cannot cope, that same water can become deadly. Recently, Cameroon has witnessed some painful reminders of this. On August 2nd, tragedy struck Darinkun in Bamenda. According to reports from media outlets, two children from the same mother were swept away by floodwater following heavy rainfall. Two young lives lost. And Bamenda was not alone. Just days later, on August 5th, heavy rainfall triggered flooding and landslides in Limbe, where reports indicated that 3 members of the same family lost their lives. These are not just statistics. These are families. These are children. These are lives. But why does heavy rain so easily turn into a disaster? Heavy and intense rainfall is a major factor, but rainfall alone does not explain everything. Look around our communities. Gutters are blocked with plastics and household waste. Buildings are constructed dangerously to waterways. Hillsides are losing their vegetation. Soils are being washed away. Drainage systems that are sometimes too small and poorly maintained or overwhelmed by the amount of water. Sometimes we are part of the problem. When we throw waste into a gutter, we may think it's just one plastic bottle, but multiply that by thousands of people, and that gutter can become a wall blocking the water. But there is another part of this conversation that we don't talk about enough, which is agriculture. Before floodwater reaches our streets, it often passes through farms, hillsides, forests, and watersheds. The way we use that land matters. When vegetation is removed, soil is exposed, rainfall can run rapidly downhill. That runoff carries soil and sediment into streams and drainage channels. And when those channels becomes filled or overwhelmed, flooding becomes more likely. But agriculture can also be part of the solution. Farmers can use practices like agroforestry, contour farming, mulching, and protection of riverbanks. These practices help protect the soil. It slows down runoff and increases infiltration and also reduces erosion. So a farmer is not only producing food, a farmer can also be managing water. Another thing we need to understand is that we cannot solve every flooding problem from inside the city. We have to look at the entire watershed. What happens on the hills above Bamenda eventually affects what happens below. If we degrade the land upstream, more water and sediment can move downstream. If we protect vegetation, restore degraded areas, and manage our farms properly, we can help the landscape absorb and slow down some of that water. We also have to acknowledge what is being done. The government is currently investing in major road and bridge infrastructure in Bamenda. These projects are important. Better roads are important. Stronger bridges are important. Proper drainage is extremely important. But can major road and bridge alone solve the flooding problem of an entire city? Probably not. Because flooding doesn't respect the boundaries of a road project. Water comes from the wider landscape. A bridge can help water cross under a road. A drainage channel can carry water away. But if the catchment area upstream is poorly managed, the amount of water and sediment arriving at infrastructure can still become overwhelming. So the question should not only be whether we are building enough roads and bridges. We should also question if we are managing the entire system that sends water towards these roads and bridges. So what is the way forward? We need better drainage planning, regular maintenance of gutters, and proper land use planning with strict control over construction in high-risk areas. Communities need reliable early warning systems so people know when dangerous rainfall or flooding are approaching. Agricultural extension workers should train farmers in soil and water conservation, agroforestry, contour farming, and climate resilient practices. We need to restore degraded hillsides, protect wetlands, maintain vegetation along rivers and streams, and reduce uncontrolled land degradation. As a community, we must stop dumping waste into our drainage systems. We ought to keep areas around our homes clean and avoid building in waterways. Also, we should never underestimate rapidly moving floodwater. Imagine farmers restoring degraded hillsides. Imagine if flood risk areas had a youth community flood awareness group. Imagine engineers, councils, farmers, environmental experts, and communities sitting at the same table to solve one problem together. That is the kind of approach we need. The rain is not our enemy. Water is not our enemy. But when our environment, agriculture, and infrastructure are inadequately prepared, water can become destructive. So yes, let's build the roads, let's build the drainage, but let's also protect our farms. Let's restore our hillsides. Let's protect our waterways, and let's manage our waste. Because flood management doesn't begin when the water enters the street. It begins much earlier on the hillsides, in our farms, in our communities, and in the way we plan our communities. The goal should not be to rebuild after every flood. The goal should be to prevent the next tragedy.